Today we're going to answer a question that a lot of you guys ask, which is, how do I know how much I should charge for brand deals? This guy has spent many years answering that question, and he's going to help you guys do that coming up on this video. Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer and welcome to Video Creators. This channel is all about helping you guys grow your YouTube audience so you can spread a message that reaches people and changes their lives. And one of the ways you can do that is by making your content financially sustainable.
That's right.
This is Chad, the CEO and founder of socialbluebook.com. And tell us real quick what Social Blue Book is.
Social Blue Book is a tool that helps creators learn their value for branded integrations. A lot of creators were taking products, getting sent products, and putting them in their videos, not realizing that they were worth more than that. And we decided to show the creators what they were worth.
Cool. So how would a creator go about discovering and figuring out, like, what should they be looking at, evaluating, and figuring out how much money should I be charging for a brand deal?
Well, the most important metrics are obviously your engagement metrics, right? And that is a lot of time, it's based off of, for instance, your comments and your likes. Here's a real simple way to put it. Tim, take it you have 1 million followers, I have 1 million followers. Tim has lots of comments and likes, I have very little comments and likes. Who's worth more? Well, Tim is, right? Now, I know you're saying, wait, there's a lot more to it than that, and you're right? There's a saying that the riches are in the niches. Right? So the more, like, I'll give you another example. One of our founders and partners, Casey Levere, Shay Carl's brother, he has a family channel and he has a hunting channel called Hushing. When he does a product that's for hunting, which is more specific, he pound for pound makes more money on that channel with less subscribers than he would on his family channel, because once again, the riches in the niches. So I know a lot of you guys out there, especially the micro influencers from 1,000 to 100,000 followers, probably think, well, I'm not worth that much. Well, if you are specific, you have a lot of specificity, you are worth more money. And now, of course, categories makes a difference.
Right.
Of course, watch time makes it, like, there's a lot more factors that go into it, but that's the simplest answer I can give.
So here, this channel, for example, Video Creators, there's only a few places you can go if you want to reach you guys, the active YouTube creators who are actively growing channels and subscribers and making content and things like that. So there's like limited options. I mean, there's plenty of film production channels and things like that. And so I can charge more for access, for people to get access to you, for brands to get access to you, than maybe a gaming channel that's just like a generic channel.
And we know a lot of creators with only 30,000 subscribers who are making a full-time living at it because, like Tim was saying, take it you were a brand looking for somebody who had a YouTube audience. Well, you would go to Tim's channel and they would pay top dollar for that, right? So it is important to know who your audience is and what your values are. And you want to, a lot of times the advertisers are looking for people who have the same values and fit their niches.
Anything else I need to consider?
The reach. So yeah, reach and engagement are the two big ones.
So how can a creator take some of those metrics about their niche and their engagement and their social reach and everything and come up to a dollar figure?
Just so you guys know, all of our values are based on real world deals, right? They're not just made up. We took deals I started off with 30 different creators sharing numbers, and now our sample size has grown to the thousands. But for instance, YouTube as a platform pays the most right now, right? Of our 5 platforms, Twitter pays the least. So there's different scales, there's 9 different reach grades, there's 7 different engagement levels, so there's 63 different price points, Blue Book, and they change on a weekly basis. Also, there's something else I wanted to mention too, the time of year it is. The month makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what month do you think? What do you? I know you know this. What month do you think pays the most? Exactly.
November, December. Yeah.
Yeah. So December, if you're doing a branded integration spot in December, that pays clearly more money than January or February, right? That's the highest paying part of the year. So depending on the way YouTube works too, is and I know you know this, is at the end of each quarter they usually pay. It's a quarterly thing. So January, February, March pays more. April, May, June pays more. July, August, September pays more, and then finally December pays the most. That kind of goes, it's the exact same for branded integrations. Now, Tim, you're just asking how how they could make more money. Well, and this is important, I knew somebody who came and said, hey, my Blue Book value says I'm only $1,000. That's for just your upload value. This guy says, I can't do a shoot. My shoots are $9,000. Well, that's exactly right. We're just showing you an upload fee, but you can charge more money for your strategy. You know, if you have a great idea or a great concept, your production fees, take it, it's gonna cost you $10,000. Well, you guys can charge easily 15% for production company fees on top of that, right? And a lot of people don't know that. So strategy, production fees, and once again, your upload fee. And if you're hot and you're on your way up as a creator, it doesn't matter what our numbers say, you can demand what you want. Keep in mind, our prices are just a starting point for negotiations.
Sure.
There are many people getting double and triple our prices, and that's all up to you guys. But we are hoping that you guys, everybody, you guys, you know what they say, rising tides lift all ships. If you as a creator makes more money, Tim makes more money, I make more money as a creator, we all make more money, and that's kind of what we're rooting for. You might find this interesting. We are also, our statisticians are finding that the micro influencers from 1,000 to 100,000 are in demand right now. But unfortunately, because they make less money with Google AdSense, they're more desperate, which stinks because they're worth the most according to our numbers, but because they're taking less, you guys are taking less in value, it's bringing down the overall price points for the micro influencers, which I hate seeing because once again, I know a lot of smaller creators out there is trying to support families, but just know when they say you're worth less, you're actually worth more because pound for pound, you have much higher engagement levels than the big million-plus hitters. And what we found, the reason why is because when you're a smaller creator, you can actually comment back to a lot of the comments. If you have 100,000 comments, you can't get back to everybody, but the micros can. So anyway, just want to let you guys know you're worth more than that. Please don't let them just send you products and say, hey, you know, here's a $10 product, you should promote us. Always check your values because you're probably worth more.
It's hard to give you guys like an exact number of like, hey, you take this and you multiply by that and then you add a little bit of this and boom, here's your magic number because things change with seasons, different times of the year, things go up and down, you know, and so your niche and there's a lot of different factors where you are in the world like makes a big difference as well. So what Social Blue Book tries to do is like give you guys, you know,
starting point.
Starting point. Like you're always collecting the latest information, the latest data, integrating like this is the real-time number right now. So we don't want to like do you guys a disservice and tell you like this is your exact number that you should be doing because it's going to change. So you should go to Social Blue Book and check it out and log in there and add your accounts and you can then see exactly what the real world pricing is for where you're at. Love to hear from you guys in the comments below about what advice you have for creators who are doing brand deals, number one, and then two, how do you go about negotiating? What price do you pitch and what does that look like for you guys? And if you're trying to learn about that kind of stuff right now, read those comments down there. I learn from this awesome community every video. You guys are always helping me out, so I'm looking forward to reading those myself and replying back because I am one of those micro influencers here myself. So check it out. Subscribe if it's your first time here. We're all about helping you guys grow a YouTube audience, not just for money, not just for popularity, not just for whatever, but this ultimately comes down to reaching people and impacting their lives. So thank you for letting us be a small part of that. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next Thursday. Bye.